Good morning, students. Are you ready for a class? Today, I will teach you past perfect tense. Okay? In previous class, I taught you simple past and past continuous. Okay? Now see. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to talk about a past action that was completed before another past action began. That means past perfect means it is already completed before the another work starts. The past perfect tense is used for the following. Number 1, to talk about an action which was completed in the past before another action began. For the other past action, we use the simple past tense. Listen carefully, okay? That means when you will get two action in one sentence and both are past tense, then the previous one will be past perfect and next one will be simple past. Example, she had got the ingredients for dinner together when the oven broke down. See here, this is simple past, only past form of the verb. Okay, and here she had just got, that means it is past perfect. First action was past perfect and second action was simple past. Clear? I had just entered the auditorium when the dance program began. That means I just entered and the dance program started. Okay? Second, to describe a past action in the reported speech. Example, Megha said that they had bought a new car. Here, describe the reported speech. That means when I will teach you direct and indirect speech, there I will teach you about the matter what is reported speech. Megha said, that is simple past, and that they had bought a new car. Actually, they had already bought a new car. Number 3, with some verbs such as hope, expect and think, when we want to talk about a past hope, desire or intention that has not been realized in the present. Example, I had expected India to win the match but we lost. That means earlier I had expected that India will win the match but we lost. That means it was the earlier action that we expected, we had expected. So, with some verbs such as hope, expect and think, when we want to talk about a past hope, that means the hope was past, desire or intention that has not been realized in the present. That means in the past we have expected. Okay. but we lost. We had hoped that she would stay with us for a few days. That means we had hoped that in the past we had hoped that she would stay with us for a few days. Okay? Now, formation of sentence in this tense. Type of sentence, form and example. Affirmative sentence, it is had, not have had. It will be had, okay? Not have had. Had, past participle form of the verb, okay? The dog had dug a hole. That means the dog had already done. So not have, okay? Only had. So formation of affirmative sentence in past perfect tense, the helping verb will be had and then past participle form of the verb. Negative, had not. Had not, past participle form of the verb. The monsoon had not finished the work on the mason had not finished the work on time. Mason means the laborer. The mason had not finished their work on time. Shweta had not remembered to water the plants. That means had plus not for negative sentence. And interrogative, had will come first and then subject and then not, or if it is necessary, or past participle form of the verb. Had they slept in the guest bedroom last night? Okay, had they slept in the guest bedroom last night? So this is the formation of past perfect sentences. What I taught? The subject, then had, and then participle form, past participle form of the verb. What is called V3. Okay? And when it is negative, then had not. And when it is interrogative, so had will come first and then subject and then the verb. Okay? Then turn the page. Now, past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about an action that took place in the past and continued for a while until a specific time. Then what is the meaning of this sentence? The past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about the action. Listen here carefully. Action that took place in the past. That means it is started in the past and continued for a while until a specific time. That means you. Okay? See, the past perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action that began in the past and continued for a period of time before it was completed. That means it was for 1 day, 5 days, 1 hour, 10 days, 1 month. Okay, it was continued for a period of time. Okay, and then completed. Clear? Example, she was very angry when she met you because she had been waiting for 2 hours. That means she was very angry. She was very angry. Why? When she met you because she had been waiting for 2 hours. Actually, she was waiting for 2 hours. See here, period of time for 2 hours. Had been waiting for 2 hours. Surya had been writing the exam for 3 hours. When he came home, he felt exhausted. That means she had been writing the exam for 3 hours. You are getting 3 hours for exam. When you have paper pen examination, that time 3 hours, and he also writing for 3 hours, and when he returned back he was exhausted. Okay, look at the form of the verb in the past perfect continuous. So how to make sentences or form a sentence in past continuous? Okay, अच्छा students, you are viewing the live class, then when you are viewing, you have to subscribe the channel, otherwise it will be difficult for you. Okay, so try to subscribe the channel. Acha, form, type of sentence, form and example. Affirmative sentence, had been plus verb ing. Okay, the bird had been building the nest for 2 days. Okay, negative, had not been, the baby had not, here not is missing, the baby had not been sleeping all evening. Here it is had not. Okay, for negative sentence. Okay, baby had not been sleeping all evening. Then interrogative, had will come first and then the subject and then been and verb ing. Like, had the workers been digging the well? Okay, so 3 forms of past perfect continuous tense: affirmative, negative and interrogative. For affirmative, had been and verb ing. For negative, had not been and verb ing. And interrogative, had come first and then subject and then been and then ing verb. Okay, so the past tense is completed. First I will revise it again. So turn the page and open page number 54. Okay, because earlier I taught you, I think you have to revise again. Expressing the past. First one is simple past. There are 4 forms of verbs like present, past and future. First one is simple past. In present tense there is simple present, and in future tense simple future tense. Okay, simple past. The simple past tense is used for following. Number 1, to express an action that was already been completed and usually has a time reference. That means the producers released the film last week. That means it is already completed and which time it is mentioned. Okay? I met my friend 6 months ago. To talk about actions that took place over a period of time in the past. We stayed in Sydney for a week. That means the action was over a period of time but in the past. They paid back the bank for their loan over many months. To talk about the past habits, like you have the habits like we listened to the children's program on All India Radio on Sunday afternoon. That means it is our habit to listen the children's program on All India Radio. After completing, suppose I have completed the chapter, then you will do the exercise, and next day when you have class, I will give you the answers. You will check your answer. Okay? Because you have to do, you try your own, and then when I will say the answer, you will check it. Okay? To make request and ask questions. Example, I wanted to ask you for help. Did you want to talk to me? That is request or question. Why it came did? Because the sentence is past tense, but there was, for asking the question, we bring always the do, so past tense is did. Look at the form of the sentence: affirmative, negative and interrogative. Past form of the verb: baby slept. I wake up at 5 a.m. today. Negative: did not. Boy did not play. The traffic did not move for the another 10 minutes. And interrogative: did will come first and then the subject and base verb, like did they come home last night. That means listen carefully here. When you ask the question, did, past tense of do will come first, so the main verb will be base form. Because in a sentence it is not possible to write two past forms of the verb like did and came. Okay, it is clear to you? Who was the stranger at the door? Now, here is one example. Used to. Where we will use used to? We use used to for describing the actions which happened often in the past but no longer occur in the present. Like Shiba used to have long hair when she was young. That means it is not occurs present, but it was past that she used to keep long hair. My mother used to play badminton in college. When my mother was in college, that time she used to play, not now. Now, what is the difference between simple past tense and present perfect tense? Okay, both are past, but what is the difference? In simple past, listen here, listen carefully. Here, the simple past tense and the present perfect tense both describes an action that has already happened. The simple past describes a completed action, while the present perfect tense describes an action completed in the past whose effect can still be felt in the present. That means simple past means it is already completed. Okay, but in present perfect the action completed, but its effect is felt till now. Okay? The teacher scolded the student. It is simple past. That means the action already completed. The principal has asked the student to wear blazer in winter. That means it is present perfect because the action was done in the past but its effects remain. That means every year students have to wear blazer in the winter. Sometimes we are saying in the school that students come in your proper dress, okay, proper uniform. Okay, this type of principal asks the students to wear blazer in the winter. To decide whether a verb should be in the simple past or the simple present perfect tense, check whether the sentence includes an expression of the past time. If it includes such an expression, the verb will be in the simple past tense. We use this common expression of the time with the two tenses like simple past, yesterday, the week before, last month in 2006. But in present perfect, already, just, yet, before, after, still, for, since. That means, see here, example is given. We do not use expression indicating the past time with the present perfect tense, like I have gone to Taiwan in 2011. It is wrong. I went to Taiwan in 2011. See here, have gone. It is present perfect, but it is simple. That means time. When I went to Taiwan. I have gone to Taiwan. Here the time is not mentioned. Okay? I think it is clear to you. Now, you turn the page. It is page number 56. Past continuous, just now I taught you. That is, 2 points are here to talk about an action that is started and continued for some time in the past. Okay? That means it is started but it was continued for a period of time. It was raining heavily. They were discussing the plans all through the day. To talk about the earlier action when two past tense are described, when two tense are happened, that is action are happened. I was ironing my uniform when the doorbell rang. She was getting ready when the guest arrived. Two actions are here. Okay. Now, how to form a sentence? Affirmative sentence was where ing. She was dancing. Mike was riding a horse. Negative was where first, then not ing. They were not enjoying. She was not sleeping. And interrogative was where come first and then subject and then verb ing. Was he waiting for me? Where George and Ringo, famous musician. Okay. Now past perfect tense. That is formation had, not have. Okay, remember it, only had past participle form. Here also had not past participle form, and had subject not is not here, past participle form. Had they slept in the guest room? Okay, so and next past perfect continuous. that is, the work is action is took place in the past and continue for a while until the specific time. Okay, here also affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence. Had been ing, had not been ing, and had then subject been ing, like had the worker been digging the well. So I think you understand. The past tense is completed. You will do the exercises in your copy, and next class I will give you the answer. You will correct yourself. Okay? So students, today up to here only. Thank you for joining the class.